It's Friday, the 13th, 2023, but don't freak out, because here's what's shaking at the Almond Alliance. I'm Aubrey Bettencourt, your president and CEO of the Almond Alliance, the voice of American almonds in Sacramento, Washington, D.C., and beyond. It's been a busy and packed harvest. We know full well there's a lot of different issues coming up with regards to damage, quality loss, and a number of other things that we're seeing from one end of the state to the other. Some of that is due to earlier issues with pollination, earlier issues with infestation earlier in the season. Some of that's dealing with the hurricane, which was not on my bingo card of climate change for 2023, hitting during the first part of harvest. So a couple of things in this. First and foremost, you've seen our letter to Secretary Vilsack. We are beyond appalled at the way that disaster response is being rolled out from USDA. I know full well that the good men and women of USDA's Farm Service Agency know full well how to administer a disaster response program, timely, efficient, effective to support our farmers. But unfortunately, USDA, for whatever reason, has not acted upon Congress's decision from 9 months ago to allocate funds specifically for disasters from 2023. And so we continue to engage both directly USDA as well as work with our California delegation, who I thank them for joining us in this inquiry with USDA and with the Secretary's office. And we look forward to further response. We're expecting something coming as soon as, well, about next week. If we don't hear anything, we're going to let you know. We want you to take action too. Along those lines, if you were affected by 2023 disaster, specifically this most recent round of hurricane damage, we want you to call your local ag commissioner. They need to report to the state Cal OES, that's the California Office of Emergency Services, because to extend and to request federal disaster assistance. We have been working very diligently with our California delegation, including recently passed Senator Feinstein's office, as well, now Senator Butler's office, which we welcome the new senator. But more importantly, we've been working with them along with Senator Padilla's office, as well as the rest of the California delegation, in order to move response quickly from Congress, again, with the hope that USDA will respond in kind. But back to the point, we need you, if you experience any damage from recent storms or any related quality loss from recent storms, to report immediately to your county office ag commissioner, county ag commissioner's office. Ask them to report your damages and losses immediately as soon as possible to Cal OES. And go ahead and have them CC the Almond Alliance. We talk to them very regularly as well, but we want to gather that data. If you haven't filled out our disaster survey, please do. Please reach out to the office directly to get that survey sent to you so we can gather that data as well internally. We are working on all these fronts, same with you. So bottom line up front, always as we've trained, right? Document and notify. So make sure you're notifying your county office, county ag commissioner's office, and make sure you're notifying your FSA office. There is nothing available just yet, but we are working to get these pieces in place. And again, we thank you, we thank the county ag commissioners, we thank the delegation, and we thank USDA for helping us. But we really need you to report in order for this documentation to get in line, in order to release relief immediately. Continuing on from USDA, let's just talk about the chaos in Congress. And we've been monitoring all of this. So a little update on this space. We've now seen that Kevin McCarthy has stepped down as a result of votes. And what's important about this is so long as we have no speaker in place in Congress, no legislation can move through Congress. So unfortunately, things like our farm bill have been held up as a result of this process. So that all being said, keeping an eye on a couple of things. The Republicans keep going into a dark little room and trying to find an adequate person to be the Speaker of the House in order for that person to come out of the delegation and then go out to the full Congress, because to become Speaker of the House, they need 217 votes. So there's a lot of different scenarios here. One scenario would be McCarthy could come back if this stalemate doesn't work. That would involve possibly recruiting some Democrats. It's an interesting concept there. There's an idea of maybe expanding the current pro tems authority, since they are granted with certain authorities, but not a lot. There are a number of other different actors that are moving forward. As of the moment of this recording, we're looking at jacketless Jim Jordan moving forward in this process as well. All of that to say, with the chaos of it all, a couple things to keep in mind for you. We are still on a 45-day shot clock from a continuation of the budget. So we might actually go into a government shutdown if the speaker nomination and speaker placement can't be handled in time for that 45-day shot clock. So for you all listening, big advice, go get all of your NRCS, all of your FSA, any federal paperwork you're thinking of doing, getting it in now is the most important piece. In fact, it's almost worth calling up your service office and saying, hey, is there any deadline I need to know about that's going to hit anytime in November, December? Or even January, because you want to get these processes in immediately, these programs and paperworks in immediately, because that's going to affect their ability to do business and what offices are able to do what during a government shutdown. So get your applications at NRCS and FSA in, be proactive before, worst case scenario, a government shutdown occurs. We still appreciate the ability to move through this process. This is the democratic process, the republic process, the democratic republic process. May you live in interesting times, as the proverb says. Sometimes I wish they weren't that interesting. Flipping that over, and on the state side, it's been the end of session. And over 2,000 bills, I think, got onto the governor's desk. So we've been working actively on a couple of veto requests. We're winning some, we're losing some. That's the name of the game. A couple of things that we're watching very closely is a rodenticide bill where we were actively seeking a veto on that and have been working through that process very actively with the governor's office. As well as with Department of Pesticide Regulation. We also have asked for a veto. We lost this one. It's dealing with the new carbon emission reporting standards. We're going to have a lot more information about that coming out as it continues to develop. There's going to be some fix-it language to that, even though the governor did sign it recently. So more to come on that. To be clear, it's for companies or businesses that make over $1 billion, have to then gather all of these reporting data with regards to their greenhouse or their carbon footprint. There is going to be elements of that. It's going to be about finding out, as we unpack this, who all qualifies and has to report where and when. There's different levels of reporting. And it's going to be our job working with our partners at Almond Board to help sort that through and make sure you have the tools you need for that. And we're going to try to make sure that it's something that's workable for all of us and also protects you all and your ability to continue to do business as much as possible. So we are working through that as well. And on the other side of that, it's building these relationships. Now that the legislative session is over, we've had actually a great week out in the field. We gave tours and spent some time with both the newly appointed Assembly Ag Chair, Assemblywoman Esmeralda Soria. Had a great day with her out in the district. She's actually our largest almond caucus member. She has the most acreage of almonds, and so we're really proud to have her in her position as chair of that committee. And we had a wonderful time with her talking about some of our key issues, which are your key issues as well, around water, around fumigation, around you name it, labor, all of the above, and trade and ports and shipping. And so many other things. And so we're actively looking forward to next year, working with her office and her as well through the committee. We also spent time with Assemblymember Gallagher, who's also an almond farmer, a new almond farmer. So we're happy to welcome him to the fold as well as leader of the Republicans in the Assembly side, and spent some great time with him, really talking again through these issues and what we're looking forward to in 2024. We have to turn our head into that direction. We are already headed into the budget cycle for 2024 for the state of California. It never stops, folks. It's crazy. But we're here to provide that information as it continues to develop. And along those lines, we want to make sure that you are keeping up with any of the events that the Almond Alliance has coming up as well. We have our, obviously, convention is going to be coming up in the spring, but you'll get more details about that shortly. It's going to be in Hawaii this year, so keep an eye out on your inbox for that. We also have Almond Conference, which we do feature on the trade show floor. So please come by and see us when we're there, as well as visit our session that we'll be having at Almond Conference in December. And even before that, we want you to come out and join us for our PAC event, where we'll be announcing the Almond Leader and Almond Champion of the Year. I'm excited. I can't tell you who it is yet. I'm really excited to tell you who it is. But keep an eye out for your inbox for that announcement coming soon. And our Almond PAC event coming up in November, and that will be in Modesto. So, yeah, a lot going on. We also just got confirmation, like I actually see the notification coming up on my my screen here, we also are planning an event with Assembly Speaker Robert Rivas coming up in November as well. And so you're going to want more information about that. And if you want to attend, which I think you do, he comes from an ag district. We're excited to have him in his new role and want to have a chance for you all to get in front of him, a chance to tell him directly, a chance for him to meet you and get to know, as we do, this amazing community. So when he eats a bag of almonds, he knows the people behind him. So those types of events are what comes from being a member of the Alliance. Those are also the types of events are what comes from being a contributor to the Almond PAC, which is our opportunity to really play in that political space, both state and federal. And if you have would like more information about that or just want to attend, even if you're not a member of Almond PAC, please come out to the Almond PAC event and learn more and enjoy a couple of appetizers on us. It's a great chance to get together on that. So one last final announcement. I'm sorry I buried the lead. Actually, I had to use notes today. We will be sending out a press release on this shortly, but we just got confirmation, and this is totally driven from the Almond Alliance and from our great membership here. But we just got confirmation from USDA's Risk Management Agency that in 2024, RMA has approved offering a new insurance product for fourth leaf almond trees, provided they can provide a third leaf yield report. This came straight out of the freezes of 2022 that really decimated some of our younger trees, our baby trees, and our inability to even qualify for help in that because there was no insurance product available for us. And thanks to the work of this team and the amazing work of USDA, we've been able to provide that product for you all next year. So we're excited to announce USDA is offering 2024 a new insurance product for fourth leaf almond trees. Inquire with your insurance provider today, so that information is now available and has been announced. We have a couple of great Almond Alliance events coming up. One of, well, we're really proud of. We're actually just getting confirmation of. I can see it on the screen right now. But we're happy to welcome members to an opportunity to sit down with Assembly Speaker Robert Rivas. He's a newly elected speaker into the position of the State Assembly, and he comes from an ag district, and so we're very excited to get to work with him and to welcome him to Almond Country. So we're looking at hosting a great event with him on the morning of November 13th. We'll get a save the date out here real quick, and we're happy to provide that opportunity for him to get to know you, the people behind the great snack packs that we know he grabs and that so many others do as well. We want him to be able to grab that snack bag every time and know the names of the people who brought it to him. So please welcome him and join us in welcoming him. That'll be on November 13th. So look for that invite. And he will be joined, we hope, if schedules prevail, by Assemblymember Soria as well. So we'll have the Ag Committee Chair along with the Speaker. It's a great opportunity to sit down. So please reach out to us for that event. Also, Almond PAC. We've talked about Almond PAC many times. If you're a member of Almond PAC, you're starting to get some of the great customized material and information around the work that we're doing, both federally and at the state level, in the political action side. Almond PAC, of course, is the political action committee of the almond industry. And we will be hosting our annual event where we'll be also announcing the Almond Champion of the Year on November 2nd. I wish I could tell you who. I'm very excited about who it is. That announcement will be coming out shortly. It's someone who's actually done a lot of work. It's an entire team of people who've done an amazing amount of work for and with and in partnership with the Almond Alliance and the almond industry to provide a path forward for farming in the future. And we are so grateful for that opportunity to honor them and to work with them going forward. So Almond PAC event in Modesto on November 2nd. Reach out to us at almondalliance.org or call the office directly to learn more and to participate. Last but not least, we want to give a big shout out to Spotlight Ag. We had a great time with them at their first ever event and field day and really appreciate the work that they're doing and the opportunity to actually get up in front of a diverse group of folks and talk about the work that we do at the Almond Alliance in the bigger and broader community of a united ag community. So big shout out to Spotlight Ag, and you can actually find the Almond Alliance on Spotlight Ag as well. And we're also, exploring and having fun getting on this new platform specifically designed for farmers. Some people call it Facebook for farmers. It's even more than that. It's kind of that digital third place where farmers can go, and an opportunity for us to, find that community all around the world. So we appreciate Spotlight Ag for giving us some stage time And we want to wish them all the best as they continue to grow and develop. And you can find the Almond Alliance on Spotlight Ag as well. We hope that you are staying safe this harvest season. We know it's a bit chaotic. I know even for my family, we've had some interesting decisions to make and some ups and downs in the process. But we want to make sure that you all are safe and you know that we're with you. We're out there for you because we know you're with us and for us. So have a great weekend and we will see you soon.